All right, let's do it. Okay, so according to our readings, middle adulthood is from 40 to 65. What's your age?
41,
Okay.
or I will be in
And
like a
then,
month.
gotcha. And would you consider yourself at the beginning, middle, or end of this stage of development?
Beginning.
Yeah, pretty self explanatory. Uh,
Mhm.
okay. In Unit 6 of middle adulthood, identifies some visible signs of aging as changes in vision, joint pain, weight gain. What visible signs of aging during this stage of life are you experiencing or have you already experienced?
Um, yeah, visible signs. Oh yeah. So I guess I wear glasses, but I've worn those for a long time, so that's not one. But yeah, like my beard color,
Mm.
um, physical. I don't feel much different. I was thinking about this though. It's like when you get older, you have like more of a workload. And so I'm always tired, but that's just because I do 10 times more
You
than
don't
I
think
might have
it's
when I'm,
you don't think it's your body, it's more that you've just taken on more.
yeah, I do
Okay.
way too much,
Uh
probably.
okay.
So,
Yeah. All right. So the next one is about health issues. So our readings say that some symptoms of health problems that can become more noticed during middle adulthood would be loss of muscle, loss of bone tissue, rheumatoid arthritis, chronic inflammation. There's also heart issues, cancer, hypertension, diabetes. What signs and symptoms of health problems have you started to notice in this stage of life?
um, so I was gonna say two things. I think I've had allergies my whole life, but I didn't know about it when I was younger. So now that I have that figured fixed and figured out, I feel better than I did.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like I've developed pretty bad acid reflux and I've gotten that under control. So
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely a sign of aging.
Yeah, yeah, heartburn.
Yeah, heartburn.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, next one is about cognitive development. So basically, as you start to age, get up into your 40s and 50s, could start noticing a decline in fluid intelligence, which is like your processing speed, ability to memorize something, your ability to react quickly when it comes to just thinking about something. But you can sort of compensate for it because you have an increase in crystallized intelligence. So, like your cumulative knowledge grows, people's vocabulary tends to get better. You could be better at number problems, interpreting text, and just sort of looking at things with more nuanced perspective, I guess, and different
Yeah,
angles. So, have you noticed any changes in your cognitive development?
I don't think so. I mean, it's harder for me to memorize stuff,
Yeah.
or it's hard. It, learning a completely new skill set. Um,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I I had more time to do it before. Um, but I was gonna say, you know what? I noticed this is random, maybe tangent, but
Okay.
um, like people, I guess it was like boomers or maybe Gen Xers or whatever. They do a lot of like where they talk and reinforce the things that they know in like a conversation. And
Okay.
like millennials, like we look things up a lot on the phone. We don't like talk. I don't know.
Okay,
Does that make
but
sense?
you think like older people are like, oh, I know this or whatever, and they'll like keep like reiterating it.
Yeah, they keep repeating. Yeah,
Uh
they
huh.
keep talking about it. I I it was just a thought I had. I don't know.
Okay.
Um, but I think I do that too. Like
Yeah.
for the important things, I think with a lot of people I know, we're constantly just talking about. Like if it's just me, I'll forget stuff at all the time. But if I'm like actually
Okay. And you,
going back and forth with
yeah,
someone else,
you think the forgetfulness has increased at all, or?
I've always been kind of.
Oh,
It's
okay.
hard to know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's hard. It's really hard to know.
yeah.
I think I can remember. I think I'm better at researching now. Like I'm better at knowing how to get stuff quickly into my brain and retain it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Um,
like efficient with like how you go about things, like more
yeah,
efficient. Yeah.
like a more of a method.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, like when I was younger, like in school, it's hard to do. But then I just learned how to learn, and
Right, right.
now that I'm older, I kind of know how to learn. It's kind of different.
Yeah, yeah. It is kind of a shame that when you're young, you don't appreciate all the education you
Nope.
get. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So next we'll move on to social development. So as you start to get older, there can be an increased focus on the present. You're not so much worried about the future as you would have been when you were younger. And this can lead to cutting off friendships that maybe you don't see as beneficial and putting more attention into the relationships that you think are paying off. So as you've gotten into this stage of life, how have your relationships changed? Yeah.
Yeah, I find it hard to build a new friend group or um um find the time to hang out with a new set of people.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when I was younger, I could just be like, okay, new set of people today, like
Hmm.
especially in college, it was so easy.
Yeah.
You met a person and he met introduced you to these five people and
Yeah.
then you would meet a person and then you know
Well, no, I mean, with having a family too, just making time for friends can be tough.
yeah. What I didn't I It's an observation. I don't know if you think that this is true, but what happens is people come over, and if it's before the kid's bedtime, once it hits the bedtime, like they'll just leave.
Okay.
Like I don't know why. They're like, oh well, we don't want to bother you during bedtime, so we'll just leave.
Oh, okay. Don't want to
Um,
wake them up or
yeah. Well, I don't know. They just feel like they're obligated to leave, and we're like, no, let's just stay here.
everything's winding
we
down.
we want to hang out with you still some more.
Right. Yeah. And not be worried about the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you either have to uh, like invite people before bedtime and expect them to leave, or after bedtime and just be like, we're gonna stay up all night.
Okay.
And so that can be a challenge
Yeah.
with hanging out with people.
Mm.
And
Okay.
as I get older, I have another one.
Yeah.
Um, I find that people don't like to stay out that late in
Oh,
general.
okay.
So when we would just hang out until like 4 in the morning, you know, I think I think we would be willing to do that even now, but it's just not everybody is.
Yeah, because your friends are also getting older.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll talk about work next. So, as we get into middle adulthood, tend to see an increase in job satisfaction, but you could be more likely to be dissatisfied if you stay at one job for a long time. So, and then you can see some different motivations for working, which would be trying to face new challenges, a sense of recognition, the power and security that comes with the job and that steady income, and then also being able to pass on skills to younger people. So, if you don't mind, could you explain your current employment and your feelings about your career. Like,
I'm a millennial. We have two jobs.
yeah, yeah.
um, but yeah, so like I love working at Jimmy John's. Most people don't like food service jobs. Hey, it's fine. I'll just say.
Mhm.
So I have two jobs. I'm a millennial. Um, and the thing I really like about food service is that it keeps me physically active. Um, it's good for my brain.
Yeah.
uh, I like a little bit of an adrenaline rush. I don't know why. I just um,
Yeah, yeah, I delivered too. I got that feeling
yeah,
too when it gets really busy. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it feels good.
yeah,
It feels a sense of accomplishment. I like feeding people.
yeah, yeah,
Um, you know, but then so I also teach music, and that's
yeah,
really fulfilling.
yeah, for sure.
I it's hard to be a musician in quotes and not teach other people. You have it's like I don't know. It's just like par for the course. I think
Mm,
um, it it creates motivation in the students, and it creates motivation in you
yeah,
because you have to keep up with this amazing student. You're like they're better than me.
yeah,
So
yeah. But I mean, that's
yeah,
probably it is fulfilling though to like help them even like unlock their potential.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes it's grueling,
Mm,
but when you get over the hill with it, it's like, oh, I can see they're actually really progressing. And it's
mm,
pretty cool.
yeah. Um, so do you feel satisfied in your career?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like both. I mean, you know, over it's weird over time. Like, I mean, you wouldn't think that a food job would have room for you to grow, but it kind of has.
Uh
So,
huh. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
make more money than I used to. So,
yeah, I can see that. All right. Go on to lifestyle. So, healthy behaviors like physical activity, exercise, focusing on your social support system, cognitive activities, eating a nutritious diet can help prevent the onset of cognitive and physical declines. But once you get older, if you haven't made those lifestyle changes, it's really hard to change, once you start getting up into your middle adulthood. Um, so, could you discuss, or I guess, yeah, sorry, if, explain if there's anything that you would have changed in your lifestyle when you were younger to maybe make things better for you now?
um, yeah. So when I was younger, I had a lot of problems in school, and like I was diagnosed with ADD.
Mm,
Um, uh, but they didn't really know how to treat that back then. So we didn't do anything. We just sort of dismissed it. My parents didn't want to take pills or anything like that.
mm,
Um, and I just, I didn't. I was like, I didn't really want to go outside. I didn't know I had allergies. I just have. It's like, well, now it's like three things, but like ADD, acid reflux, and allergies, and they call all kind of like. I do a triangle because it's like my. I don't.
intermingle.
Yeah, they
Like,
all intermingle
okay.
and affect me in different ways.
Mm.
And if I just knew a little bit more about what my problem actually was, I don't know.
Yeah, like done more
But
research.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, and I asked my parents, would you have done anything differently? And they said no. Um, but, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, but like I don't know, health and exercise wise, uh you don't really regret anything. I don't know.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, it is because, I've always just had sort of Oh, I guess now that I think about it, it's kind of an athletic job.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I picture myself as like I wouldn't want the hours of like a postman, right?
But
But
being
I
able
love
to walk
the
around,
concept. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, just walk around and deliver stuff for people. I've always really liked that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I can't stop moving. If I sit down, I just get uncomfortable, and
Yeah, I
so
couldn't imagine sitting at a desk all day. But
yeah.
all right. And the last one is about midlife crisis. So the theorist Levinson says that between the ages of 40 and 45, people tend to have a reappraisal or reaffirmation of their life goals, commitments, and choices. And then, according to Eric Erickson, at midlife, there's a conflict between generativity and stagnation. Basically, you choose one or the other. Where generativity is you focus on the next generation, you try to teach them, try to be a good steward to the world for them. And then stagnation is feeling unfulfilled and maybe bitter due to not contributing to society. Um, so, according to their descriptions of a midlife crisis, do you feel like you've experienced one?
I kind of did that in my 30s.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, um, I had a couple longer relationships, and uh, that once I moved to Kansas City, that relationship collapsed, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna do my own thing for this amount of time,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
Reevaluate.
did, and I I don't have any regrets. I like my life now. Um, I think so. Like, I've always wanted to do something fulfilling. Like, I love music, and I
Mm,
think that if I just there's times where I will shut it off for a bit, and that actually makes me really uncomfortable. Like,
okay.
I can't, I can't, I have to play music. I don't know why,
Yeah, yeah.
but and so me not doing something that like a job sort of thing that is musical would be very unfulfilling for me, I think.
So
But I've
yeah.
had those options, so
So
to
you've
do.
kind of decided that like you're really gonna pour yourself into the music and figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
So um like some people just I don't know, they go to work and then they live their life. Um, and they separate those two things. But
Hmm.
it's like I've never been
Okay.
able to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
my work is me. I don't know.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, yeah. Thank you for doing the
Yep.
interview.
No problem.
I'll stop.